So is there a distribution company that this is all under, or is it?
Yeah, we're running everything. So we're Hiwatt. Our new brands, we've just acquired Park from a good friend and an engineer who works closely with us called Mitch Colby, who was part of the Korg team in New York and Electro Harmonics, and Marshall, the guy's a legend. He's concentrating on his own brand, and we've decided to expand Hiwatt. So bring on Park and Wem. Wem is actually kind of ties in with Park quite well. The original Wems that were developed was called the Dominator, and Jim Marshall based the Dominator on the Park 18 as well. So the Park 1800, the Marshall 1800, they're all from the same family. So Hiwatt is a completely different vibe to the rest of this sort of thing. It's a completely different circuit to any other amp. This is our new beast that we're absolutely loving. So this is pretty much the DR103, which is our flagship amp. This is the new version. A little bit smaller, a little bit easier for the guys that can't crank the 100 in most places. So yeah, it's the exact same preamp as the 103 with a couple of little modifications as well. So to mimic the bass response from an EL3040 tube is pretty tough, and this is an EL84 based amp. So we've added a bass switch, which kind of almost gives the feel of the extra headroom that you would get from a larger amp.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So, is this your first time playing a Hiwatt amplifier?
I played a Hiwatt a couple times in the past. Really great. I'm assuming British amps, right?
Yeah.
Because they have a very British voicing to them, kind of reminded me of like an overdriven Vox type thing while I was playing it. Very sparkly cleans, and I noticed this would be something really cool to use for pop punk. In general, it's got that vibe to me. How'd you feel about hearing it while you were calling knobs?
Well, you know, it's very interesting to me that you bring up pop punk, because what you guys got going on over here, there's a little bit of pop punk history with Park that most people don't know about.
That's right. So it's also the amp that, pretty similar to the amp that Billy Joe used for American Idiot.
Yes.
Billy also has a Hiwatt as well, so he uses the Custom 20.
Yes.
And yeah, he likes things that break up, you know. And he's a plug straight in sort of guy in the studio. And this is the Park Rockhead, which is the 50-watt version. Kind of like a classic Plexi with a few modern upgrades. We have 2 channels, mid boost, smooth and bright, so you can really overdrive into that really cool pop punk sound and all those classic sort of 7-inch like Cheap Trick and all these guys. It's just a complete all-rounder, you know.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
And you know, before we let you go, do you have any more questions, Miami?
No, I mean the amps speak for themselves, so I don't really have to say anything else about it after listening to them. It sounds great.
I have one question after being back at your booth. Do you have any plans to reissue the Copycat?
That would be talking, but we do have a really new pedal. This is kind of part of the Copycat brand. So this is the Wem solid state pedal. Basically the preamp boost from the Wem Copycat delay. This is the secret sauce. So yeah, so we found archive footage from old Who concerts where Pete Townsend, sound guy and monitor guy, was actually off stage with 2 Wem Copycat delays. They're not using the delay function on the tape, but every time Pete switches into a solo, the guys were boosting to full range on the Copycat preamp boost. So we've lifted that from the design, and our first output into Wem is the new Copycat pedal. So it's the preamp boost, and it really can lift things into overdrive, and it can be quite glassy and really polish up your tone. If you're kind of a clean guy that just wants a little bit more like hot sauce in front of an amp, this is the guy.
That is awesome. Well, you know, I'm Rick Carson,
Miami Dolphin,
and we are here at Wem. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for stopping by.